You can do the swap in 3, 2, 1, swap. Alright, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? This is MixMastaPJ here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be. This game is kind of ridiculous. We're doing cutscene percent today, so you can kind of keep up with what's going on. But there's a lot of differences between this and the original NESDay, which you may be familiar with. That's got kind of like a bunch of mini games going on, and you're trying to get the best score in the half pipe and the downhill and the pool. This has got like a platforming mode to it, effectively, where we gotta complete 4 levels and try and get this half pipe built for the town so that we can enjoy it. Once you beat the game once, actually I think it's naturally there if you just press select from the beginning, but I'm not sure if you have to beat it on a cartridge for that to permanently unlock, but the goal is that we're trying to build this half pipe here. But we're going to actually go through the work and do that. See lots of familiar names in chat, so I hope you guys are all excited about this. Substyley, they're former world record holder of this game too, so yeah. Anyhow, we're going to get started here. Go ahead and get ready on the timer, Dave. We're going in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. And we're going to have lots of time to talk about what's happening because we're going to see all the characters here. We're going to see Rodney hopefully no more than twice. We're going to try and upgrade our skateboards both in level 1 to get the fastest skateboard possible. We're hoping to never bump into Lester. He's a totally cool guy. He's going to teach us a bunch of tricks, but we don't need him for this run. He's just going to be tough menuing if we bump into him there, and then when he's on the screen he provides a little bit of lag. CJ we don't actually see during the gameplay, but she is pivotal to a lot of the story progression here, and definitely looks like some Disney copyright infringement. Ice Pick. I don't know if he skates or not. He seems to be around our age, but he seems to be working against us a little bit later here. And that's the main character. His name is Yu. So congratulations, you guys are in this game if you didn't know it. So let's see what's going on here. It's another beautiful day in the quiet town of Elwood. Perfect weather for the mayor's wife to take her poodle Fifi for a nice walk. And then the music turns ominous. And for you to take your board out on this 3-frame GIF of animation there, looking pretty snazzy there, for some serious sidewalk shredding. This is great. Clean streets, excellent weather. Can it get better than this? Well, turns out it can. Oh, look, Fifi, the antique store is having a sale. Hey, Poser, where'd you learn to ride? Hey, Poser, where'd you learn to spell poser? I don't know how to make that sound, I'm sorry. Buzz off, Ice Pig, who you calling Poser? This game, my bad, I should have given a content warning. It does not appear on doesthedogdie.com, but probably needs an entry. Sorry for the lack of trigger warning there, guys. Now that is a GIF right there. That needs to be like someone's alert. Just make that GIF there. The mayor bans skateboards.
Major bummer, dude.
Yeah, it is a major bummer. All right, these are the times that Tri-Skater Souls Aggro Eddie. We never actually meet Aggro Eddie. I don't even know who that is. All right, so Rodney's going to give us a lowdown on what this level is. Our goal here, from a speedrunner's perspective, is to get, it doesn't really matter what we do here for these first 20 seconds or so, is to get this taco and this bag of fries. This isn't any fancy RNG manipulation or anything cool like that. No, this is the currency in this game. You buy things, I mean, maybe it's the typical broke skater fashion, but we buy things with like fries and tacos and CDs and cassette tapes and stuff like that. So Rodney's going to appear right here.
Yo, dude.
And we're going to upgrade to the slipstream board. We're going to be going so much faster for another 5 seconds before we bump into him again. And now we upgrade to the rocket board.
Groovy.
And that is hopefully the extent of our interactions with Rodney in this game. This is kind of like Super Mario 1 when you go down that pipe and it gets you a little bit closer to the flagpole at the end. There's nothing actually down here that we need, but going this way is faster than staying on the surface. So we just take the little underworld here. Little homage to SMB1 there. Alright. And then, as if the game wasn't crazy enough, we're now gonna go have a showdown with a paintball gun and the mayor's wife. Oh my goodness, she hit me with her bag. What, she need one more hit? Yeah, one more hit, of course. Alright. I'm not quite sure what the end game of that was, but she's no longer a problem apparently, so now we're going down to the half pipe. But what's this? This can't be happening! Not your half pipe! I love how it's like a blue rectangle there, but yeah, never mind. The mayor says you kids ain't got no official building permit. And according to City Building Code 13.1689.04, Bylaw 86, subsection 5A, as we all know, it has hereby been condemned as unsuitable for public usage. I just love how the bulldozer is just like a rectangle with the blue background and it slides across the screen. They couldn't make the whole screen blue and have the bulldozer going across. No, they had to just make that, whatever. Oh, they're so sad without their half pipe. Alright, we're not done yet, though. We gotta... How are we gonna get this money for this permit? Maybe that's Aggro Eddie, right there in the white shirt. So let's pull our money. What do we got? $8.37 and a paperclip, and a gumball, and a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Bogus, dudes! The ramp is history! Wait a minute, Mr. Jenkins down at the mall always has some delivery jobs available. Oh, the mall. We could earn the money in no time. For those of you who weren't around for when the NES's popular malls were a place that people went to hang out sometimes and buy things. There's Mr. Jenkins. Typical early 90s, late 80s fashion there. As was the style at the time, probably with an onion tied to his belt. For your first delivery, take this package to Mouse Records, which is like one of the most normal sounding stores in this mall. No problem, Mr. Jenkins. I'm on it. Alright, when the going gets tough, the tough get to skating. Alright, so this job in the mall. We just gotta take a bunch of deliveries to a bunch of different places. The first one is Mouse Records up here. Now, initially, when they programmed this game, their plan was to have, like, a set route. And I think they realized afterwards, wait a second, we should make it RNG and change all the stores around to where they have to go to, instead of just a set route for all of their deliveries. Which makes sense. But some of the determined, like, third delivery or fourth or fifth delivery, etc., they left some of those options in there still, so you actually have the ability to take the package either to where the person tells you to take it, or to the original hard-coded initial location. So I could take this to Rhinestone Jewelers or Floorshine Shoes. Now this one has to go to Tall and Stout Clothes. But the one after this could go to whatever store they tell me, or Wumpus World, which is on the other side of the mall. So depending whichever's closer, that's what we'll go to. Now that mall security guard, he bumped into us there. He's not always bad news. What happens if you bump into him after the first time? He will basically warp you to either end of the mall. So either the left side of the mall or the right side of the mall, like this. And that wasn't super helpful. We still need to go up, and we still need to be on the right side. Let's try it again. Let's roll the dice. Nope, he still didn't take us where we needed to go. That's fine. But you can roll the dice with him and try and warp to the right side of the mall. We keep running into this police officer here. Oh, I'm sorry. Mall security guard. My bad. There we go. He's still not taking me anywhere to the right side. I'm losing a lot of health doing this. I swear. It's like... What, did we lose like 7 coin flips in a row right there? There we go. Hey, there's Wumpus World. Look at that. We warped to the other side of the mall. Well, it would have been a whole lot cooler had we done that on the first try, instead of like the 7th try. But that's okay. Where did this have to go again? Oh, the record store. I've already been there. How come this guy didn't get what he needed the first time around? Alright, so we're going to the record store again. dropping some things off here. We got some pretty clever store names. I don't know how much you guys are paying attention to those, but they're pretty great. Going back to tall, stout, and deformed clothes. B. Walton Booksellers. Right. Salon D. Albino. Alright. Yes, perfect. Take me over here so I can go to the salon much faster. Now I don't want to run into the security guard. There we go. Then we go to Floorshine Shoes or Stiller's Outpost, whichever's closer. I think Floorshine's going to be closer unless we hit a security guard again. There's Floorshine. Alright, so now we got to go to the bookstore. We only got 3 deliveries to go. Man, I remember when malls were cool. I still go to a lot of malls, actually. But that's mostly because it's summertime, and I'm in charge of watching my kids. And it's hot where I live, so I like to go to malls and utilize the indoor play area for the kids to run around in. Because sometimes that playground stuff gets hot. Can't go there and see quite the cool things that we used to see. Alright, pizza by the ton, next to healthy and nutritious food, which is out of business. We didn't get to see Pups on a Pike next to the pet store. Alright, then to the movie theater, and we're out of here. Oop. Taking out everything with him. Alright, cool. We have finished our deliveries. We got our money. So we should be good to go to build this half pipe. Is that the end of the game? Not quite. Alright. Hey, Rodney! How are the new plans coming along? Remember, Rodney sold us our skateboards, so he really knows his stuff. Couldn't be better. This will be the raddest, baddest, most totally insane half pipe you've ever seen. He also looks very young. Come check out these very cool features. Just turn on that light. Oh no. 90s comedy ensuing. No, no, not that switch! Oh no, not the plans! Oh no!
Most unfortunate.
Most unfortunate. I did have the luxury of checking out the Mall of America last year at SGDQ. That was cool. Too clever. Alright. So now we gotta pick up all these plans off the beach. They're all over the place. These crabs and seagulls and random rollerbladers are here to make our life miserable too. We're gonna skip that paper for now because it is inaccessible down there in the sand. We'll grab this one instead. And those of you who do any kind of religious or tribal things that control the weather, if you could give me a gust of wind right now inside of this video game, that would be awesome. I need the wind to blow. Come on! Come on, wind. Yeah, I am geographically not that far from the second largest mall in the United States, so we go to King of Prussia quite frequently with the kids because they got double playgrounds and a Shake Shack in the food court. But it's nowhere close to the same as just the old local spot where you just go and hang out and go to the arcade and etc. But the beach, on the other hand, is timeless. Although I don't know if skateboarding on the beach was that common. Alright, so we gotta grab 13 more of these little papers. This one is like impossible to grab without falling over, but I'll take it anyway. Also, if you don't take care of the seagulls, they just like do way more damage than you would expect. They just keep clipping into you and hitting you over and over again. There's no iframes for it, so it's pretty mean. Whoa! Alright. Excuse me, miss. Can't you see I'm looking for the plans for my half-pipe? Get that one. 9 more of these things to grab. I should try to shoot him with a paintball and make him explode and get out of the way. There we go. Cool. And as robust as my skating abilities are, apparently if I hit a single grain of sand, I immediately go to the ground. It's just all my guy is capable of. Alright, so we're gonna skip that paper, and that paper. We're gonna remember that there's 2 behind us. That once we get up here and there's 2 papers to go, that's when we'll make our U-turn. Right. 1 more to grab. We missed Lester there, which is great. Little time save on that. That is not how we crack crabs in Maryland, but we will forgive you this time. Still going to be down here. Is the wind blowing? Perfect. All right. Now we get to arguably the hardest level in NES history. Looks like everything is in order, miss. Permit, funds, approved building plans, application. Here's your new ramp permit. Happy skating. Hey, thanks. We can't wait to get started. I think this is the end of the game. They did everything right. The music has changed. Guys, check it out. Here comes CJ. Hey, what's up, CJ? What you got there? Take a hike, Ice Pick. It's none of your business. That wouldn't be that permit you posers are trying to get, is it? Why, it'd be a shame if something should happen to it, now wouldn't it? See, it is unclear if he's a skater or not, because if he's a skater, doesn't he want this half-pipe to get built too? Yeah, right, Ice Pick, why don't you check this out? Boom! Paint clip to the face. Alright, there are not many details given in this next part of the cutscene, but from what I gather here, CJ has been apprehended and taken to this power plant, where we have to find the permit and then go rescue her. I'm not kidding when I say this is the hardest level I've ever played in NES. I have just linked in the chat one of the historical VG maps to this. It is a 4-floor building that is 64 rooms on each floor, where some of the parts of the map don't really connect to the others. Like, you can only get to so many of the rooms on the first floor when you walk in. Some of them you have to go up to the second, third, or fourth floor and then snake your way back down. That makes some of the rooms very inaccessible. It seems like a pretty poor area to have to work in. Really stifles the communication between the people who work at this. Like, I guess it's abandoned. Maybe that's why. Maybe it was poor planning from the get-go. But, during the any % run of this level takes up about half the time. So, it won't be the case now since we don't have any cutscenes to worry about here. But, yeah, it is quite a lengthy level, and I beat this game as a child, but I had what I believe to be a Game Genie, because I don't think I did this without it. And I drew everything I was able to explore on graph paper. So I definitely had, like, a rudimentary map of this. I didn't just, like, brute force my way through it, but I could not imagine someone discovering this game now and not using any resources whatsoever and still being able to beat it. It's very, very difficult and lengthy. There's a couple of health power-ups hidden around here, too. But you gotta make sure that you know exactly where you're going so that you don't fall too far off the pad. So we're back on floor 2. The floors are all color-coded, so white is floor 1, green is floor 2, blue is floor 3, and red is floor 4. So we haven't gone back to where we started. We happen to be on floor 1, but this is where we need to be. You cannot have accessed this area of floor 1 by staying on the first floor. You would have had to climb all the floors to get here, which, like I said, really doesn't make a whole lot of architectural sense, but this game has taken plenty of liberties already, so... Yeah, exactly, we can't... Blockbuster needs you to renew it, man. Alright, so we'll get up here, and there we go, we have the permit. Now, what's the fastest way to get to CJ? Well, you gotta retrace all of your steps back to the beginning. And then go onto the right side of this building instead of the left side of this building, so... We got ourselves a long way to go. Oh, props to Substyle Lee, by the way. Not only was he a former world record holder of this game, he took the awesome, grossed out face of you from one of the cutscenes there, and had that as his either his camera cover or whatnot there on his stream, and I have since paid tribute and done the same whenever I stream and don't happen to have my camera on. I use the exact same image because it is just that fantastic. Glad to know the lore of this game still lives on. Alright, we're not going to get the health down here. We're doing pretty good health-wise, actually, after that permit grab. But we are going to do that kick turn early so that we can go straight down there. There's also a neat little trick that's been discovered rather recently. Doesn't happen here, but in some of the rooms where you're traveling up, you're able to do a kick turn on the very frame that you continue into the next room. And if you press the button there, it will do the kick turn for you automatically. So we're going to try and go through these just like normal, but when I get to the elevator, I'll try and do a kick turn there and see if it works. We'll stay down there. We're going to try and do a kick turn right here. Nope, it didn't work there. If you happen to press that on the exact frame, your character will spin around already, so you don't have to try and do that once you get to the next floor, so... No, still facing to the right, that's alright. Same thing when you exit rooms like this, when you exit them facing up. If you happen to press B exactly on the frame that you leave, you can perform a kick turn without having to go through the animation, which is really cool. You press both buttons and jump? That's... Oh my gosh, Flux, when did you figure that out? Top secret information. Do you mean I have to jump with the character, or I personally physically have to jump? Instructions unclear. Alright, as we're making our way back to the roof here, like I said, in this gigantic labyrinth. Alright, we are going to grab this little health pellet, though, just to be sure. I'm actually not quite sure what this thing is supposed to represent. Is that supposed to be a sandwich? It looked like a skull, or like a monkey's head or something. I don't know. But either way. I tried it again, didn't work. Yeah, it's the 180 kick turn where he jumps as well. So, yeah, like that, right? Okay, so just do one of these guys. Oh, look at that, it worked! Pure sorcery. We're learning things right now. Shoutouts as well to Sean Anomaly. Obviously, Flux is in here because they are also a former world record holder of the game. Sean Anomaly recently got the world record of this game. And his method for doing so involved more grinding than I think anyone's ever done as far as getting the perfect mall RNG. So, shoutouts to him for putting in the work that a lot of us really just getting too tired of dealing with. Really clean run there, and he also has recently started a category for 100% in the game, which is requiring you to get all the skateboards and all the tricks, which I was unaware at the time, but apparently the seagulls in level 3 could steal your items, so you have to try and maximize all those things before you get there. And hopefully not have too many of them steal it, because that's the only other time that you can bump into Lester and Rodney for them to even give you those upgrades. So, hoping to see where that category goes. What? I tried the trick, Flux. That's what I did instead. Never seen. I mean, that's what I get for trying to do the trick that way. But now we know that is also a risk. So definitely don't try and do the elevator trick like that with 1 HP. Oh, well, now we know. Alright, we're gonna grab... Actually, I don't even know if I need this health, but we'll just get it just to be safe. Duck! Can't shoot me when I'm ducking. Alright, go up here. And I have now less health than I did when I went and got the health power up. Great. Real good exchange rate on that whole transaction. Alright, we're going to the roof to deal with Ice Pick. This time is going to be when the speech bubble appears ahead of Ice Pick's head there, when he starts crying for his mama. We're going to do little kick turns here. Sadly, my execution is not great, as I am moving instead of just staying put on the right side. But that is definitely the most efficient use of taking care of him here. And we'll see that in time. Sorry, he's dead there. But the speech bubble was right away. But it's not really the end of the run. We gotta see this last cutscene. Let's get to work on that ramp. As night falls in the quiet town of Elwood. Is this supposed to have happened in a single day? The last nail gets hammered. The final touches are made. And it's finally done! Congratulations, you've successfully completed the Double Trouble half-pipe. Thanks to you, skateheads all over Elwood, rejoice!
Let's party!
That's right, let's party. And as I learned today, I did not know this before, but these credits actually do end. They loop like 7 times, maybe longer, but there's just a gigantic song that plays through this here. And eventually the credits start to loop, but you see them here at the half-pipe. But I'm not going to make us listen through all that, that's way too long. Let's just check out this half-pipe, shall we? It's way cooler than the one in Skater Die 1. Alright? It's massive. Okay? And you increase your speed a whole bunch. It's got the little trick thing in the middle, too. There's some cool different like cheat codes and moves that you could learn if you were actually good at this, unlike me. There's also some really cool like death animations that they've made, if you like get squished on some of the spots there, and then or you fall off the side over here or something like that, and someone comes and yells at you. But yeah. Anyhow, that is Skater Die 2. I hope you guys really liked it. I can't do the split thing on command. I wish I could. But yeah, it's a bonus after the game there. This is what we got. I mean, we also got this awesome song, but Dave, thank you so much for putting this on, and thank you guys for tuning in to NESDay, and we got a great weekend planned ahead of us here. Hope you guys are able to stick around a whole bunch, and thanks for checking me out. Appreciate it.